Welcome to the Silent Answer podcast, where untold power and liberation are waiting to be uncovered. When diving deeper into this rabbit hole together excites you, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And the question of today's episode is: why are we living in a world where rules and control are getting tighter? And what can we do about it? We are living in a world of control because the outer world we see is the direct reflection of our collective inner world. Now, why does our collective inner world reflects a world of control? Because from the moment we are born until now, we all have experienced painful emotions. And none of us have learned how to resolve that pain. And none of us want to feel that pain either. So we found a different solution of dealing with this. We actually built a wall of control around our pain. And how do we build that wall of control around our unresolved pain? By running away from our unresolved feelings into constant thinking, looking for outer distractions away from our inner pain. Our outer distractions serve as a band-aid to not have to feel our unresolved feelings that will surface when we stop being distracted. In this inner world of control, to not have to feel our unresolved feelings, fear is born. The fear that if one or two distractions might fall apart, that unresolved feelings might surface again right through our protection control wall. We all learned to build a wall of control, not only around our unresolved feelings, but also around our true selves, our core, our soul, our intuition. And our intuition is directly linked to the natural intelligence, which is far smarter than the smartest of minds. But since we are running away from our core, from our feelings, from our soul, from our intuition, we are stuck sooner or later. And because we are consciously or unconsciously living in constant fear of losing any distractions so that our unresolved feelings might surface again, we are trying to control everything and everyone around us as a band-aid to not have to feel our unresolved feelings. But in this inner world of control, we do not feel our core anymore. So we do not feel our core value anymore either. So this is the birth of feeling unworthy. And that is why, from that on, we try to overcompensate for the lack of self-worth we feel within by looking for self-worth outside of ourselves. So basically, we are looking for a feeling of self-worth outside of ourselves by running away from our feelings within ourselves. The contradiction shows itself very clearly. Yet we are so busy looking for constant distractions as band-aids that we do not see this contradiction. Restlessly, continuously hunting for a feeling of self-worth outside of ourselves, in things we can gain, in relationships, by running away from our true core value within, is a contradiction that makes us sooner or later getting stuck. And when we are getting stuck, we sooner or later are going to ask questions. The problem is we have never learned to actually find answers to those questions. We only learned to look for answers outside of ourselves. So away from our core, away from our intuition, and therefore away from the connection with the natural intelligence that is far smarter than the smartest of minds. At school, we learned to copy the answers of what the teacher provided. And when we were good at copycatting the teacher, we were rewarded with good grades. But when we were not so good at copycatting answers, we were punished with bad grades. So this way we were programmed to only look for answers from the outside and to make sure to never trust answers that come from within our own intuition. Then, later on, we learned to listen to answers coming from external experts, from the government, from statistics, from belief systems, from AI, all unnatural external answers that postpone finding far smarter internal answers via our intuition that is directly aligned with the natural intelligence. Again, that is far smarter than the smartest of minds or the smartest AI. So our fearful world of control within ourselves is being reflected back at us in the outer world. But there is more. The more we are disconnected from our core, and the more we have built a wall of control around our feelings, the more we become good at using our mind, our thinking, our rationalizing to control our external world. And the more we are good at controlling the external world without feeling, without empathy, the higher we get in society. So if you look at society from a distance, the people who are the best at controlling their external world by running away from their feelings out of fear and feeling weak within, are actually trying to control the people in lower positions in society. And that is the reason why the people in the highest positions are giving more rules and wanting to have more control over the people below those positions in society. Simply put, because they are feeling disconnected, fearful, and weak inside. Now, what can we do about it to break free from this world of control? First of all, by realizing that a world of control will stop continuing to exist immediately once there is no obedience anymore. Fighting control with control is creating control. Fighting darkness with darkness will make darkness only grow. But darkness is not the opposite of light. Darkness is only the absence of light. And once we shine light on what control really is, that it only means an overcompensation of feeling weak and fearful and doesn't have any power whatsoever, once we stop obeying, it will fall apart. So instead of fighting darkness or control, we only need to stop obeying, stop cooperating, and instead make a 180-degree U-turn and learn to reconnect with our soul, with our independent power, with our intuition, which is aligned to the natural intelligence that has all the answers to be found through the gateway of silence. The gateway of silence, past all our fear, our trauma, our unresolved issues, our pain, our belief systems, our distractions, past our own wall of control. And when we break free from our own wall of control, we will unblock our unresolved emotions, which means energy in motion, which will raise our frequency to the highest possible frequency emotions like bliss, unconditional love, abundance, all of which we were looking for outside of ourselves by running away from them within ourselves. And the more people will ignite their inner light by raising their frequency, by realigning with who they truly are within, the more it will be reflected back at us in the world around us. And that is the reason why I want to share answers coming via the gateway of silence straight from the natural intelligence. Natural intelligence that is designed to break us free, to make us sovereign, to make us experience that we are powerful souls beyond measure, who are each and every one of us connected. And the more we remember who we truly are, connected souls who are extremely powerful beyond measure, once we realize that we are connected and independent of darkness or control, that is where the shift happens, and that is where light will be reflected back at us in the world around us, past any darkness, past any control. You know that both emptiness and silence are full of very valuable information related to our independent power and freedom. But there is more. Silence is also the most powerful response in relation to breaking darkness, control, and rules. Silence in the form of non-cooperation with darkness or control. So silence both contains the answers how to break free from darkness and control, and at the same time, it is also the most powerful action or response to darkness or control. Hence the name, the Silent Answer Podcast. In the next week's episode of the Silent Answer Podcast, you will get the answer how to know the difference between a lie covered in truth and the actual truth with crystal clear clarity. And also how you will know the difference if you are doing something out of free will or if you are doing something out of being programmed. This way you will get crystal clear clarity which path to choose. If this episode resonated with you, make sure to leave a review below, like and share with someone who might benefit from it as well. If you have a life's challenge or a life's question that you are looking for an answer to, I invite you to go to the silentanswerpodcast.com website and send me your video question so I can integrate it in one of my next episodes. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.